We are here now. We love you. We are you. Aspects of your future who came back to assist you in this now moment on your journey of ascension. Dear ones, we are most delighted to meet with you yet again on your path, as you are extraordinary light workers, making a vast difference in your reality, dear ones. It is our pleasure to report to you that the energy upgrades and the downloads that you have received have successfully been integrated. In the next few days, you still might feel a little tired here and there, as your DNA now is going to the deepest levels of upgrades to truly activate your 12 strands of DNAs, dear ones. This is very important, and the Asara, and you touched briefly on the heightened sensitivity to energies. Dear ones, this is due to your activation of the 12 strands of DNA, dear ones. Your extrasensory perception is going to increase very quickly, dear ones. It is up to you to allow yourselves to perceive all these higher levels of frequencies and energies. And you will learn very quickly how to interpret these higher frequencies and also energies, and also how to integrate this into your reality, into your experience of physicality, dear ones. This is very exciting for us to observe and to watch and to support you in this process, dear ones. Some of you might have thought, I wish I could be like these ascended masters or galactic beings, just seeing everything, knowing everything, being capable of very specific abilities in your realm, in your experience. And we're here to tell you that you are in this process of truly becoming the ascended master, the galactic being, the angelic being that you always wanted to be, because this is who you truly are, dear ones. So it is a small price to pay to sometimes being tired or sometimes observing all energies and all vibrational frequencies in your surroundings, simply so that you can become the master of your reality, dear ones. We are most excited to interact with you here today. And so we begin with our beloved Alan here.
Greetings, Council. Much love I send to you, and I certainly appreciate this opportunity to connect. And I have several questions.
Wonderful.
I'm glad you spent some time sharing with all these energies and what are happening to our DNA at this time, because I feel that I've been very busy at night, very busy. And so the question I have today is, it deals with what is the difference between being in a 0-point state or being at such a high vibration and frequency that you're totally merged with all your higher aspects of self. Is there a difference between those two things?
There is none, dear one. It is all the same. The only thing that we wish to add to this is, as you remain in 0-point energy, which is simply remaining in this now moment, not being anywhere else, the past or the future or any parallel moments, simply remaining in this very, very, very now moment, and the integration of all your higher aspects. What we wish to add to this is that on your journey, as you are expanding your 0 point now moment more and more throughout the day, the integration of your higher self aspects will become more feelable and experiential for you. That doesn't mean that it did not already happen, you see, because you are at the 0 point now moment. All of your higher aspects have already integrated within your physical vessel. What keeps you from truly experiencing all of the higher aspects within your physical vessel is simply your awareness to it, you see. As you are currently in your 0 point now moment, and all of your higher aspects have fully integrated, when you're not paying attention and awareness to all of your higher aspects, dear one, even though you are remaining in your 0 point now moment, you will still not fully grasp or experience or being aware of the extent of the integration of all of your higher aspects, dear one. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you. I'm just feeling like I'm getting closer to being whole and complete. And I'm very grateful for that. I do have another quick question. And it's kind of a strange one, is that it was 2 nights ago. And I had just gone to sleep. And as I'm starting to go up to sleep, I feel like a little fly or something is on my right cheek. So I smack it with my hand. And I turned the light on because I wanted to find out what it was. And there was nothing there. So I said to myself, perhaps, go ahead.
We just wanted to say hello.
Well, you didn't, and once I realized it wasn't a fly or something, and I was very grateful and felt very blessed, and I sent you love because I felt it was a wonderful feeling. It was not, all I felt was love. Yes.
Dear one,
So
next time, perhaps, we invite you, instead of smacking whatever is on you, to gently move it away from you, as even when you kill a fly, we can feel it throughout the entire universe, dear one.
Oh, don't tell me that, because I've done that a number of times.
We
and
know.
I think about it afterwards. Yes, that's not where I want to be. I want to be in that peaceful harmony with all life.
Indeed. Humanity is learning.
Yes, it is. Truly is. But it's all good, and I just trust and allow.
Indeed. Do not feel bad about it, but we need to tell you and all humanity that every thought, word, and action is being felt throughout the entire universe. Everything. And so humanity is awakening to this fact and will begin a path of mindfulness. This is part of the ascension.
Yes. I have one more quick comment. We have these little, it's a little like a lightning bug, but it isn't. And it's all around the outside of our house. And so my wife decided she found out some way of killing them all. And I said, well, they're outside our house. They're not hurting us. And she said, well, I got to get rid of them. So she found a way to do that. And I said to myself, I really don't want to be part of this. So I blessed all those little critters, and hopefully they all understand.
You do what you can, dear ones. All of you.
I cherish you all very much. I am whole and complete.
You are
Much
loved deeply.
Thank you, dear ones.
Now, we are delighted to speak with our beloved William.
Hi. I was laughing to myself because I will just the other day or yesterday or today, I don't remember, but because when I walk, I'll often look down to make sure I'm not stepping on any ants, and sometimes I feel like, gosh, you're crazy.
You are not, dear one.
Yeah. So I just thought that I understand what Alan was talking about, and so I had a couple of questions, and they're going on focusing on about this last week and the upgrades and so forth that we've been receiving. And I just wanted to talk or ask a little bit about if they're focused in particular areas. And you mentioned that at the beginning that it was if I'm remembering it right, correctly, a sort of a deeper level of DNA. And just wondering if you could expand a little bit on that.
Now, let's talk about all your wonderful gifts and presents that you received in the past few days in regards to the upgrades that you have received. Dear one, many of the upgrades concentrated in the brain structure and also in your bone marrow structure and also in every cell, of course. But it also increases for you and for all of you who are receiving these upgrades is mostly the way the neural associations in your brain are increasing, and especially how the two brain hemispheres are connected. You see, between the two hemispheres of your brain, there are connective neural associations and connectors that are important. And as you probably know, only the majority of humans are using only 10 to 15% of the capacity of your brain. And now, dear ones, in these activations and upgrades and downloads, you are now expanding on the capacity of your brain function, which will increase in the next few years up to 25 to 30%, which is a lot, dear ones. It is a lot. If we were to upgrade it to 100%, your human mind and emotional body would not be able or capable of handling it. And most of all, it would wreak havoc on your planet as it already does with 15%, you see, of what humans are capable of using. And so we are at first upgrading or increasing the capacity of your brain abilities up to 30%. And then we'll see how far you're capable of handling it. And after that, we will increase it some more. But for now, dear ones, the ability to comprehend vast concepts will also expand outward into the interpretation of energy. As your human existence is already only that, an interpretation of energy. And your biologists are also capable of now showing to humanity that even your eyesight is only that of interpretation, and how it is not only your optic nerve that sees things, it is to a very large amount your brain that sees things, because it is taking the information that your optic nerve is bringing in, and then your brain is capable of then converting it and interpreting it into pictures and movies and all these things. This is why, for example, when your wonderful fellow human Christopher Columbus, when he arrived at the shores of your continent in North America, the natives could not see the ships because their brains were not informed or trained or introduced to the concept of ships. So it was the brain that was not capable of interpreting the ships. It was not their eyes that couldn't see them, you see.
Wow.
Knowing that, dear one, you're welcome. May we continue?
Yes, please.
Knowing that it is all that of a matter of interpretation, we are working very strongly within your brain halves and making the connections between the brain halves and within the cells of your brain halves, neuroconnectors. And the number of that will increase. So in order for us to do that for you, we needed you to all calm down and to be less busy and to rest so that these associations can be built and connected. Your brain is now growing and expanding in the ability to interpret energies around you. And it also means that your ability to see and perceive us and our bodies and our ships will increase the same way you are now training yourselves to understand the concepts of our ships and our presence, the same way the Native Americans then were trained to perceive the ships, and they now are able to see the ships, right, that are coming to the shore. This is how we are now training all of you to perceive our presence more and more. Also the angelic presence and the presence of the ascended masters, the fairy kingdom and the elementals, and all the energies, the spirit energies, the soul energies of your fellow animal friends, dear ones. All of this, what already exists in your surrounding at all times, will now be able for you to comprehend in your brains. It all starts and begins with the brain, you see, your pineal gland. All these systems are now becoming more and more able and capable of interpreting what you are perceiving all day long already.
Wow.
Now,
it's very exciting.
Yes, it is for us to behold and to invite you to become part of our world and of the world of the higher dimensions that does coexist within your physical dimension and within your lower dimensions, you see. It simply takes a shift in your awareness. And you're tuning into that vibration, into that channel, into that station that coexists all along with you, you see. Now, there have been also many upgrades or downloads being done into your bone marrow structure. And the reason for that is to induce and activate your immortality abilities, dear ones. There are some of you who have set out on a path that requires more than the average lifespan of a human, because the work is vast and requires more time and more vitality to see it through. And this is why the activations are happening also in your bone marrow structure, which is where what you call the fountain of youth resides on a biological level. Of course, there are other components that play a part to your immortality. One is, of course, your lifestyle and what you're feeding your physical vessel. Also, what you are feeding energetically your vessel, and how much you are focusing on the higher vibrations, which is where immortality resides, you see, or broken down into the dimensional experiences, longer lifespans, you see. So this is all part of it. And another piece to that is your belief. We're literally born with the belief of death very quickly, the moment you were born, sometimes even in the womb already because of the beliefs of the mother and then the parents and your upbringing. This belief of death and mortality has been communicated to every human verbally and non-verbally already. It simply is the common belief of this planet that there is an expiration date on this human vessel, which was necessary for the last few thousand years. It was a very important belief structure. It was important because only through the coming in of new generations with higher vibrational frequencies already built in and the dying off the old belief structures and the lower dimensional frequencies and densities in the bodies that died off, it was possible to further the human evolution. So as all the generations are dying off with the lower vibrational frequency belief systems, the new generations that are being born now are carrying already the higher vibrational frequencies, the higher vibrational belief systems, and also the ability to create the new earth. So there is much hope for humanity as all the older generations, the old belief structures are simply dying away. And only those in your age levels who are of a higher vibrational evolutionary state, meaning the light workers within all age ranges now, are capable of accessing the immortality components to this experience here on your planet.
Thank you. Wow. That's wonderful, wonderful to hear and to learn about. And wow. I was going to ask some other questions, but you answered them already in what you said.
We try to wrap it all into one conversation, dear one.
Thank you. I am complete.
You are loved deeply. And so we are complete for now as well. We are with you every step of the way, dear ones. Until we speak again, Namaste.